How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today's topic is that your biggest ally, your biggest friend in this, your biggest strength is what lies in between your ears, right? Your brain, your mind, your positive mind, I should say. Your negative mind is not going to help you in any way, shape or form in this journey in trying to get rid of alcohol. It's just not going to do a thing for you. You have to keep telling yourself over and over again that you are invincible, right? That nothing, that anything outside of yourself can ever do that is going to change the track that you're on now, right? That you've made the decision, you've done a lot of thinking about it, you've made some choices, and you've made that final decision that you're leaving alcohol behind you, and this is the pathway that you're going to take. And even if you diverge away from the initial pathway that you thought you were going to take, and this is probably most likely going to happen, you're in that general direction, right? You're taking the general direction, and no matter what anyone else says, you know, like, you're not going to deviate off that. It's like walking down on the beach and following somebody else's footsteps, you know. You never know where they're going to lead you. It's going down onto a busy beach and following one pair of footsteps and then going, oh, there's another pair, and following them, and then following another pair and another and another, and just eventually going nowhere. You've got to create your own footsteps. And I know this sounds corny, being invincible, thinking that you're invincible. I am invincible, I'm persisting, I'm going to do this. But what's the alternative? To think, I can't do this, or maybe I'm not invincible, maybe I'm not cut out to do this. You know, negativity is going to bring you in a completely opposite direction to positivity. You have to always remember that your first line of offense, your first line of defense is always going to be inside your brain, and you have full control over that. So use that control. Buenas.
Gracias.
Hola. Just gotta watch out for the cyclists here. They're fucking everywhere. Especially this time of the night. I'm normally not out this late. It's just heading up to, it's actually past 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's the first match of the Premier League today, so I thought I'd go out for a walk and do a few videos before the game kicks off. Arsenal are playing Leicester tonight, and I'm already late. I'm normally there about half an hour before kick-off, and I'm going to be lucky if I catch the first of the match. But yeah, I didn't realise how many cyclists there were around at night. You know, I haven't seen any walkers at all. Just I've seen about 20 or 30 cyclists, and sometimes they come up so fast they fucking sneak up on you and scare the shit out of you. Because it's quiet except for the cicadas. But look, I'm just saying that mental strength can take you to the very top of where you want to go, right? But mental fragility will bring you down to the bottom very quickly as well, you know, and it will prevent you from moving forwards and moving upwards. That, you know, that's, to me, is what drinking alcohol is all about. It's a form of mental fragility. It's being fragile, being afraid to deal with life on its own terms. It's a fragile state of mind that means that you have to drink to be able to relax. You know, to be able to socialize, you need to have a drink. External solutions to interior problems. You know, it's internal solutions to internal problems all the time. It's the best way of doing it. You've got the strength up in your head, you know. It's not this fragility or this drinking behavior or the drinking habit that defines you. It's how much strength and courage you can find to take you forwards. That's the thing that's going to define the rest of your life. finding the strength and courage to move you forward from where you are into the place where you want to be, not the place that you're being led by a stupid fucking drugged up behaviour, being led by the nose, like a sheep. It's just allow yourself to find that strength and courage, because we all have it. We all have the strength and we all have the courage, because you see this all the time and people don't realise they've got this inside themselves until they're facing a crisis. You've all heard about the woman who's able to lift the car off her son, superhuman strength. Well, we've all got that in us, It's just digging down and finding it. And I know it's difficult in the beginning, but as I say, it's step by step, moment by moment. You build the courage from what's inside of yourself, what you've already got in there, but you pull it out slowly. It's like, picking the little threads out, slowly by slowly, bit by bit, until eventually you've got enough to push you forward to the next challenge, and then the next, and the challenges get bigger and bigger and bigger and better, and your life expands instead of contracting. You become strong instead of fragile. You go onwards and upwards, onwards and upwards. It's such a great feeling, but it all begins with grabbing a hold of that drinking by the throat, dragging it out, the behaviour, and casting it aside and moving on into a better life. So I'll leave it there. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below. Come on over to the website and sign up for the Alcohol Mastery Starter Pack, absolutely free. If you want any information about the program over on Habits Unplugged, which there's a lot of different help are going to be over there about. There's going to be a forum and different sets of video courses and stuff like that. So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Take care of yourself. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye now.